Hi everyone. As you can see from the comment there, if you didn't join Inquisitive Tarot, Sheila from Inquisitive Tarot this morning on a live. Hi Sheila. Here's the link, the YouTube link. It's in my comments, and also in my description I put the link in the description for this video. I put the link for Sheila's channel. Go check her out. You know, I had a lot of fun reading with her this morning. We covered a few things and a couple of mysteries, and it was a lot of fun. And go check it out and check out Sheila's channel if you haven't. And yeah. Boris Johnson is in the wars. I've got a thing going. I'm going to go fix a coffee in a couple of minutes. Okay. Jim Jordan, backlash. If you want to know a bit more on my take on that, go and watch the video I did with Sheila this morning. I'll certainly read if he's going to get any backlash on it, but my read on what it was all about, go and watch Sheila's video, the video on Sheila's, and you'll see a little bit more. But I'll certainly have a look. Boris Johnson is under fire. I'm just going to go grab a coffee, guys. Okay. I'll be a minute. Hey, Whippy. Let's see. There's my coffee. There we go. Spoon. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, what's going on there? Ow, 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 ow. Got some cream here that needs, okay, milk. Thank you very much for your patience, everyone, while I fix that coffee. BuzzFeed Oracle cards. Hi Sheila. Hi JLo, Melinda, Wendy K, GM Dave, Uncover the News, Linda B, 171 sign in, Melinda Dutcher, yeah. Sherry French, Robin Blanc, Robin Arvin. Thanks for being patient while I went and got a coffee. Got some water as well, but I felt the need for some coffee. Hi, Bonnie Russell. So, Trump and the Russian mob, how long has he been involved? Years, way longer than any political investigation. So we'll have a look at that. Michael Cohen, we'll do a read on him. The Supreme Court are going to meet next week about the case with, what is it? With Citizens United, and it's the campaign finance laws case. So I'm going to have a look at how they could possibly rule with that. Citizens United basically want all campaign finance laws thrown out. So, yeah. Boris Johnson is under fire, told to give up power to decide on investigating ministers after the Greensill affair. Boris Johnson should relinquish his right to decide when possible breaches of the ministerial code warrant investigation, according to the chair of the Committee for Standards in Public Life. Lord Evans, who's the chair, argued that the power to launch a probe into the behaviour of members of government should instead be held by the next independent advisor on ministerial interest. It comes as questions continue to mount over contacts serving ministers had with former Prime Minister David Cameron in relation to his lobbying on behalf of a now bankrupt finance firm, Greensill Capital. So that's a really interesting story. So we'll have a look, and it sounds like Boris is under fire. So we'll have a look at what's going on over there. And I've got a comment showing there, and that's the link to the video that I did with Sheila this morning, the live that I did with Sheila from Inquisitive Tarot this morning, and I've put the link to her channel in the description box under the disclaimer that I normally do. So just having a quick look at the news feed. Yeah, Russia's got ships in the Black Sea. Navalny. We'll have a look at Navalny. We touched on that with Russia this morning and some changes. Navalny, it's predicted he's going to die within days. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to read on whether or not he's going to die. I'm going to read on the influence this issue is having at the moment. In Russia. I can take the banner off. Oh, no, I'll leave it up for a few more minutes. Hi, Amy Smith, Bonnie Russell, Carter Mancy, Helena Harrison. Wow, things are okay. I'm going to read on Republican states with the mistrust of the vaccines and all that. Hi, Barbara Everly. Anyone got a question? The tough little guy. Who's this? Oh, Andrew Peacock. Yeah, I knew him. I knew that he'd died. I thought it was John Howard for a minute. No, they don't want to close GM, Dave. Sorry, it's quite the anti-transgender bills. Will they go anywhere? Will they go anywhere? Happy to look at that, Amy. So there's been a joint statement with US and China committing to cooperate on climate crisis. Will that lead to any changes? Will that hold up? Nearly all of Trump's House GOP impeachers have set fundraising records since the riot. So the GOP who voted to impeach, they've all set records in fundraising. What message is this showing? Yes. I also did, there was a arms depot explosion in Czechoslovakia, and Sheila and I did a reading on that. So I'm not going to do a reading on that here. If you want to have a look at it, go check out the video. I'm just putting on the fan on. I don't know who Randy Hillier is. He's pushing for anti-lockdown rallies. Okay, the Ukraine, Russian diplomats have been expelled. Oh, but Boris is under fire. Well, we've been on for a little bit now. So, hi, Apple. Oh, okay. We better get into it. And I'm going to start with Trump and the Russian mob. How long have they been going? In fact, we'll use the ghost tarot, Los Garabio's ghost tarot. Things that haunt. Hi, Running Sloth Ann H. How are you? All are okay. That's really nice to hear, Jayla. I'm really glad that you've been able to get news about your family. Okay. Guides of the highest truth and compassion. Let's have a look here. The past and the influence it still has on his position. So we're looking in the way past, okay? So, there is still a lot of secrets about Donald Trump's past with the Russian mobs. A lot that still has to come to light. Okay? This is the... And stuff is going to come to light. Especially with their... Thank you, Melinda. Especially with the finance of his buildings. You see the two towers here? They're buildings. Yeah. Financing his buildings. They've had a lot to do with financing his buildings, Trump Tower and the like. Obstacles in his path. This is the King of Wands. And it's an obstacle in his path. Investigator, chief investigator. So much more. This is him. He's in his own way because there's stuff from way back that has his stamp of approval on it. Can be directly linked to him. Trump and the mob. Strength and patience. Strength and patience is going to really shine here. It's going to pay off. And there is such an abundance of material. Thank you, Melinda, again. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, have patience. There's so much to come out. To me, this is like this woman, grown woman in the night's outfit. She's looking down on the little girl, and it's like she's looking into her past. So they're digging deep. So one of the reasons they're not rushing. The near future for Trump is this, the tower. Hi, Pam Pierce. Yeah, they want to really bring down a whole lot. It's about even more than Trump now. It's about the damage that he's done. To the state, to the country. I can understand you just want him behind bars, but this is ruination. It's coming. This is the near future. Something big's going to come out about him and his Russian ties. Resolution, the end of one journey, the start of another. And it's interesting because in the crystal ball is a ghost from the past. This is going to be really linked to him, and it's going to, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana here. He's in for some big hits. And this is in the long-term future. More ghosts coming around, more resolution to his cases. Starting, new journey starting. And his old life is ending and a new life for him is starting, and it's not going to be a very comfortable one. Here we are again. the eventual outcome for him with regard and talking about his life with the mob. He's blindly going to walk himself off a cliff. He's not prepared in any way. I feel this should be reversed. He's not prepared for the journey that's coming at him in any way. But yeah, it goes way, way back, right back to the beginning too. That's another thing. If they're going to link this back, right back to the beginning. It's interesting. We've got the beginning linked right back to the beginning as the last card in this reading, the eventual outcome. And the second last card, the long-term future, is ghost coming back and ending the journey. So they're going to link his connections to the mob right up until the end of his presidency, I think, continuing connections. Yep, and his abuse of power. And his betrayal of not just people around him, but his country. This is the Ten of Swords. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Yeah, it has come full circle. Why doesn't Canada have enough vaccine? Gouging. Roger Stone, hey? Why doesn't Canada have enough vaccine? It shouldn't be the case. They should have everything they need, but they don't. Wasted resources. Queen of Cups. That's the vaccine. Ten of Swords. Knight of Wands, investigations. There's going to be some investigations into what's government processes. Everything should be in place. There shouldn't be any reason for this. Government processes, the Hierophant. But deals, under the table deals, the Nine of Cups. There's no reason for Canada not to have enough vaccines. There's some underlying, under the table deals, some distribution, I think. Distribution for yes. Yeah, there needs to be an investigation into the process, the purchasing process, the delivery systems. It's all got to be revamped. There's at least 4 things, 4 elements that need to be investigated and revamped. Big boot up arse needed. Yeah, they have everything they need for the process to run smoothly, but it's not. So they need to investigate the supply chain. Hi, Flora. Hi, Mims. Was Trump's father involved in the Russian mob? Interesting question. They certainly approached him. But he was more, okay, they approached him. That's what I'm getting. It's not that he had any scruples about being involved with mobsters. I'm quite sure he had some involvement with the Italian mob. He was a different generation. The Russians approached him, but to him that he was getting old and didn't really want anything to do with it, and he's not happy. Let's have a look. That's all what's going through my mind. They approached him, but he thought it would be too risky, and they were not the right sort of mobsters to him. He was a bit of a, yeah. Oh my goodness, Anne H, thank you so much. I just got a notification here. Thank you. Changes. He felt that the changes they would bring about would be too much, too irrevocable, and much more violent. Not that the Italian mob weren't violent. I think Ace of Cups, the relationships. No, he didn't want to form new relationships. I'm getting no. Simply because he was a old-fashioned Italian mobster type guy. You know? And he didn't like the Russian mob's way of doing things. Six of Pentacles. He felt dealing with them, their quid pro quo, was just too deadly. You see how he's hugging onto the stone, to the headstone? The price of dealing with them would be too much. And no, he didn't want to have anything to do with it. He got into conflict with Donald over this. He didn't want Donald to get involved with them, but Donald never listens to anyone, does he? Yeah, they did offer him money, but I don't think he took it. He much would have preferred to stick with the old guys, but Rudy Giuliani cleared the old guys out to make room for the new guys, I think. Yeah, so he told Donald, no, this is a boundary we don't have, but Donald ignored him. He was not happy with Donald in the end. If he'd have stayed around a little bit longer, he was really in conflict with Donald over that. Gaslight, confusion, lies and illusions. But he bought what Donald was saying. There was some conflict and Donald said, no, I won't do it, but he did anyway. If he'd have lived a couple of years longer, he might have written Donald out of his will. I'm not saying Donald knocked him off or anything. I think he just died of natural causes. But if he hadn't have died when he did, Donald might have found himself out in the cold. No, his father was more the Italian mob. He didn't like the way the Russian mob operated. And he was very clear with Donald about that. And Donald got into some fights with him about that. Hi, Teresa. Just have to check something here. Sorry, it just got... Okay. Hi, Be Kind to All. Have not seen you around for a little bit. Welcome back. It's lovely to see your name up there again. You're so tired. Go get some sleep. Sheila, go get some sleep. Okay, where's my book? What have I got next? Michael Cohen. Stick with the ghost tarot. He's certainly a ghost that doesn't want. Let's have a quick look at Michael Cohen. He's got more to say. He's happy to tell them everything they want to know. He's got deals. He's right. He's not going back to jail for anything. He's got complete immunity. If he does something now, of course, well, that's different. But Michael Cohen, yeah, he's secured his stability for the future. Pentacles isn't always about money or material things. Hi, Laura Carson. It can also be about material, stability, safety, security, stability. He's secured that. And his actions in the past has helped him secure that. He's turning on Trump. He's testifying, all that stuff. Obstacles. He's still got some obstacles in his past, and that's Trump. Trump's going to try and do everything he can to get him out of the picture, discredit him, all that sort of stuff. So this is the devil. It's a most unusual devil card, isn't it? Influences in his favor is that Trump tried to hide things and make it look like he was all squeaky clean, and he used Cohen to do that. And Cohen is not afraid to come out and tell everything he knows, all about the gaslighting and the lies and the covering of things up. The near future for Cohen, He's got some changes coming on. It's got the death card, but it's not death. But he's going to bring about some changes that cannot be reversed. So this is him instigating these changes, and it could be with his testimony, could be with information he's provided. The long-term future for Cohen. 3 of Swords. He's in for a little bit of sadness, a little bit of a hard time. He definitely feels betrayed by some people, but that's but his overall eventual outcome is the institutions and the processes at work are on his side. So he's got some high impact cards here. He has got a little bit of a hard time coming ahead. A little bit of heartache, a little bit of heartbreak, illness with a family member or something. I'll have a look at that. What's that about? On the bottom, got the 8 of Pentacles, hard work. He's willing to do the hard work. He's willing to do the hard work. But let's have a look at this heartbreak. I think it's not betrayal. It's not someone betraying him. I think it's possibly just, 3 of Pentacles. Empress. Family. Yeah, I think it might be something to do with a member of his family. I'm not going to read any further on that, but I do feel that he may suffer his family may suffer a loss. But it's long-term future, so it's still a ways away. So, but there will be a loss for him in terms of his family. The near future is changes, and he's going to bring about those changes. I do feel that. Let's have a look at that. These changes there. Yeah. Irrevocable changes in fortune. He's going to swing the wheel of fortune. For him, it's good for his family. The changes will be good for his family. The changes that he's going to bring about will be bad for somebody else, but for him and his family, it's going to be good. So, look, he's paid his time. He's cooperating. He's telling. He's admitted that he did the wrong thing. He stood up in front of the whole country and said, I did these things. And it wasn't just a save his ass measure either. It was a real mea culpa. I'm asking your forgiveness for me helping this person. And I will do everything I can to help you defeat him. And I'm going to jail. I'm going to serve some time, and I will do it without fear. Knowing I'm doing the right thing. Okay. I won't do a reading on Baron because he is underage. I feel like a parting of ways somewhere along there with him and that part of his family. It's like Yeah. Barron and the Trump grandchildren, they all deserve the chance to be who they are without having to suffer the stigma of his father's or their grandfather's actions. The older kids who supported their they've got the stigma, of course, but Barron doesn't deserve it, and neither do his grandkids. So they deserve a chance to develop as their own people without having that stigma attached to them. So I don't know how that will happen, but I do think it will. Not every Trump is a bad person. Look at Mary Trump. Look at her father. You know, not every Trump is a bad person. Wow. The Deutsche Bank source for the New York Times has been missing since early April. What's going on there? Let's have a quick read on that. And let's hope that they're safe. Deutsche Bank source for the New York Times. What has happened to them? What has happened to them? Hiding. Guides of the Times, truth and compassion. Please help me find clarity. Things happen quickly. Whatever happened very quickly. Movement away. Family. Staying out of sight. I think they're going with family, not like immediate family but back to a place that's filled with family. So could be a village or something. Yeah. They will come back, and they will, you know, they are still a hopeful light. Yeah, here's the family again. They've gone to be with family for a while, to stress, to de-stress, to stay out of the light. Yeah, they've just put a pause on their activities feel the need to be with family, put them first. They will reappear. I think he's also a bit concerned about family safety. Or they're a bit concerned about family safety, so they've gone to help shore some things up. Knight of Cups. I do feel it's a family, something's happened within his family to shake things up. It could be any number of things, but it's just benefit for the present. You've got to retire to the background. It's a family matter, and they need to spend their time with the family and relatives, and with the extended family too. And there's several things. Processes have to happen. But he's being held as a figure of hope, and it will return. That's family thing, I think. And it just means that, you know, sometimes you have to put family first. Okay. The Supreme Court and the case with, what do they call themselves? Citizens United. Is that case going to, they're going to hear it. Which way will that case go? Will the Supreme Court Citizens United versus the FEC, which is the Federal Electoral Commission or Elections Commission or something. Will the SEC win? Greedy merchants are going to be defeated, I think. That's the 9 of Cups. Progress forward. Going to be a bit of a bumpy ride. Bumpy? It's actually not going to work well for Citizens United because there's going to be, naturally they're looking at the laws, but there's going to be some things come to light that were favourable to them, and because of it, they'll be reviewed and possibly changed, but they want the whole lot scrapped altogether. But this is shining light on stuff that people are going to go, well, we're going to review things now. What's there that they really don't want, and they're going to cause a review, so it's going to backfire on them. Delusion. They're delusional. They think they're going to win this. I mean, the previous court, before it went up to the Supreme Court, it was 5-8 against them. The process will happen. 10 of Swords. It would be opening the doors to abuse of power. 6 and quid pro quos. It's not going to be successful, the deals. This is why they want it all to go through, so they can make deals that are better for them and worse for everybody else. And this is going to be highlighted. More of that's going to come out. There's going to be reviews of these laws. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win. He's missing. He's missing because he wants to be. Is he okay? I get the idea that he's okay. He's with family. He's just gone into hiding, and I don't think he trusts his girlfriend. Gone family. There's family things. And, yeah, he's probably gotten a lot of friends. I don't think he trusts his girlfriend. He didn't tell his girlfriend. He's okay. The ACA, yeah. Okay, the anti-transgender bill. Anti-transgender bill. Will it be defeated? It's not popular. It's not popular. Page of Pentacles. conflict. Debate. It's not popular. It's causing debate within the... Who introduced it? Who introduced the anti-transgender bill? Because like offer of money. Freedom to love, freedom to be who you are and love who you want is important here. Will it be defeated? Yeah. Is it in the House or in the Senate? I'm just going to... Hi, Angela. Oh, the bills are in several states. 125 and 21 in several states. This is, yeah, lots and lots of conflict being caused. "33 states. The people who are introducing these bills are making a mistake. The people of their states don't want these bills. They are introducing these bills because it's their own prejudices and their family's own prejudices and those close around them. And because some people are getting money to introduce these bills. I said, will it be defeated? Yeah. Lots of debate is going to happen and lots of money, news about money. There is going to be resolution on this. Manipulation, juggling, justice, justified resolution, no doubt. Justice is going to be here. Knight of Cups. False pretenses. It's going to take some time because there's major arcana here. Time-wise, that means longer. Some of them might even get in for a short term, but they're going to get overturned. Why should we spend resources on people? This is, yeah, it's really selfish. They're like personal prejudice bills. Yes, they are. It's going to trace back to money. Overturning of these bills is going to be a critical change. This is, these bills and overturning them is a critical event. The people who are doing these are closed off, not compassionate. If you're not like I am, that's it. You know, you're going my way or the highway. There's only one highway. There's no byways. You know what I mean? That sort of people. And they're also being told, if you don't do this, we're not going to fund you. We paid you to do this. We paid you to do this. We paid you to do this. It's all going to get, most of them are going to get tossed out, those that do get past there. Most of them are not going to pass, but those who do that do get past, they're not going to be there for long. Four of Pentacles, they really are skating on thin ice, and it is thin edge of the wedge. They're doing it to try and hold power close. It is a step towards suppressing the vote of these people, if that makes any sense. Saying they can't do this, or they can't do that, or they can't have this funding, that funding, or that. It's suppression, and it's a step towards voter suppression, because a lot of people in the LGBTQ transgender community, a lot of them are Democratic, lean Democratic. The hanging man. There's going to be a pause. Yeah, it's actually a step towards voter suppression and putting these people out in the cold. Yes, we did the Castro thing. It's a step towards voter suppression. Restricting what they can do, what they have access to. Saying, like, if you were born one sex and now you're another, well, when you gave up your sex, that means you don't exist as that person anymore, blah, 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 that sort of thing. Make it harder for transgender people to vote. Yeah. Republican states, COVID wave. Will there be COVID waves in Republican states who are anti-vaccine? There be COVID waves. It's going to be harder work in those states. It's going to be harder work in those states. And they're going to be embattled. It's going to be harder for those states to stand their ground and set boundaries with the virus. Yeah, they're just lies and deceptions. The lies and deceptions they're telling us, it's going to be a result of their lies and deceptions. But as more and more people get sick, more and more people are going to wake up to the lies that they're being told. I got told we didn't need it, but now such and such is dead, Granny's dead, or such and such is ill, and my little girl's in the hospital sick. They were told, we don't need it, we don't need it, and we're going to be sitting pretty, but it was a lie, and they're going to start waking up to that. In fact, it's probably going to drive a momentum after a while to more people getting vaccinated. They're going to realise that if they want their family to stay together and be reunited, they're going to have to start doing things. because hope is not very good. Yeah, there is possibly going to be surges of COVID in these states, surges, and they're going to start realising that they've been lied to. And it's their actions. They're going to start talking to their doctors and stuff. Basically, believing your representative or your senator, that's going to stop the lies and all that. And they're going to start taking action for themselves. New inspiration, new directions, looking for new ways to help themselves and their families. Yeah, there's going to be some surges, but it's going to really, those representatives and those people are going to suffer in the next election because of the lies. No, a lot of people quit. David Jolly quit. Who's that young guy? Starts with A. He quit. Okay. Johnson in the UK. What's going on with him? I'm going to wrap it up at 11 today, so I'm doing another half hour. Okay, so Boris Johnson, he's under a lot of pressure. He's going to be around for long. Past. Oh, conflict. It's all around him. Conflict, as he is now. He's required strength and patience in the past. What's his challenges? He's finding it hard to stand firm. Will he step down? I'll have a look, Mims. Yeah, I'm looking at him now. He's really finding it a challenge to stand firm. Star, hope. He feels like it's hindering him. He hasn't got any fading hope. He really is starting to give up. He's in a really vulnerable position and he's starting to give up. That's hindering him. What's helping him is judgment. He still believes that his judgment is the best. His belief in his judgment, that keeps him going and blustering. What is his outcome? Retirement. I think he might step down. Let's have a look here. Page of Swords. Disappointment. People are expressing disappointment in his judgment. And the people of Britain are losing hope because he's said things before. We'll be able to, you know, about lockdowns and getting out of lockdown, and it hasn't happened. And it's a really hard time with having lost Prince Philip. The Knight of Pentacles. He's still got a ways, but he is going to retire, but it's still a ways to go. Not quite yet. Temperance. He offers was supposed to bring things back into balance and clarity. Ace of Pentacles. Pause. Sacrifice. Sacrificial. Yeah, I think he's going to have to step down in the end. I can't tell you when, but it would surprise me if he was still the PM, UK PM 6 months from now. Hi, Sandra Henderson. Now, Varney. What's going to happen with now, Varney? 5 of Wands. Conflict. Competition, reality. He is where he is because he was in conflict with Putin, competition, and people was built. He was building a following against Putin, but he really was very clear-eyed about how that was going to happen, what was going to happen. Page of Wands, passionate about freedom and talking about freedom for the people of Russia and being freed from Putin. 2 of Cups. He's formed a real connection with the Russian people, a real partnership with them. The Magician, willpower, action, creation. What he's doing, it's ultimately going to manifest into a new opposition, a stronger opposition. Six of Cups. Memories, healings, restorations. Dreams of the past. I feel like he's slipping away. The 6 of Cups is he's slipping away into memories and dreams of the past. What effect is this going to have on the Russian people? Queen of Swords, insight, independence. Independence. Thank you, Laura Carlson. Independence. It's going to lead to independence. The Queen of Swords, new insight, I did a reading a while ago about Navalny and all that, and about his future as a leader of the Russia, and I felt he wasn't going to be the leader. It was going to be a woman, and I do think that still holds. Okay, but him himself, he's slipping into a place in the past. Hi, Marie Sutton. I have not seen you for a while. Welcome. Glad to see you. I just did a reading on Navalny. Yeah, he is slipping into the past. He's weakening, his mind slipping and stuff like that. So it's, yeah. Afterwards, after a bit of time, if he does pass, there's no saying that they won't take him out and, you know, give him treatment. But yeah, I do feel that eventually there's going to be a female in charge in Russia. US-China climate, their joint statement on a commitment for the climate crisis. Let's have a look at that. Been here about 30 minutes. Well, it's lovely that you've come back and joined in. Linda B, hi. Sandra Henderson, hi. It could be Navalny's wife, yeah. Mims, if that's what you're asking. And I do feel that she is going to be a force within Russia. Hi, Joan Morey. If she's not in charge, she's definitely going to be a force. US-China joint statement, climate, to fight the climate crisis. Will it lead anywhere? No. Tower. Sage of crystals. The sage is, what's the sage? Sage is the page. Noah. Yeah. Things, it's going to be the same. If you look back on these deals with the horrors, with a historical perspective, they haven't worked out. Pretty much the same thing here. Dullness. Seven of crystals. Yeah, just being realistic, looking at things realistically, it's not going to go anywhere. Hi, Florita Monchita. So, yeah, that's not really going to lead to anything. Okay. Those GOP lawmakers in the House and the Senate who voted to impeach Trump have recorded record-breaking donations. What does this tell us about the reality of Trumpism. One thing it tells us, there are a lot of Republicans out there who are never for Trump. That standing with Biden was the right thing to do. But they feel that prosecution is warranted. Their view of what the Republican Party should be is not the same as others. They have a different perspective on the party and what it should be and who should be in charge. And they feel like they're untying themselves from being bound to the Republican Party as it is. They're showing that they don't want to be put in that same corner as Republicans who, the diehard Trumplicans and stuff like that. That there are people out here who know that the Republicans can be different and they are not prepared to be put in that corner with everyone else, and they want to show how it can be different. Yeah, they want a fresh start for the party, and they feel that these people can bring it. These are some high impact cards here. The Republican Party needs to change, and they are acknowledging this by giving the money to the people more than any of the others that stood up and did the right thing. They're not saying it's perfect, but they are showing that you answer to them. You did the right thing. They're supporting you. It just shows that you answer to your constituents, the rank and file members and the constituents. They're also showing that they're not prepared to accept the same old from the party, and that they're willing and happy for Congress to investigate and clean things out. Melinda, thank you again. Yeah, and they're sick of the abuse that members have shown. Yeah, wet bee, Papa. He smells it, yowie. Yeah. They feel like the rank and file Republicans have been carrying the burden and the stink of Trump for too long, and they're showing their support to get out of it. They want a new leader, a compassionate, wise leader that will lead to a renewal of the party. Yeah, they feel betrayed. They feel betrayed by Trump and those who supported him. And yeah, and they're showing that. Don't be surprised even if some of that money has come from states and and districts that those GOP members don't even represent, because they're showing how betrayed they feel. So, yeah, it's a message. It's a message, you know. Mims, thank you very much. What's happening with tensions between Ukraine and Russia? How are they going? Got a few more minutes. The love and support you guys show me, it's humbling, and thank you so much. Whitby wants to be on, you want Whitby on camera. Okay, before I go, I'll bring him in and you can all say hello, okay? Hi, Deborah Costro. I'll bring him in so I can say hello. Let's have a look at the tensions, Ukraine and Russia. Where are they headed? Ukraine don't want what Russia's trying to offer them. They've been showing restraint, the Ukraine. They are getting sick of it. And if they are getting to that stage where they feel like they need to fight back, consequences. Russia's got to start facing consequences. But it is a big step to take, and they're wary of taking that step. And I think they feel that they will be in a better position if they don't strike first. Thank you, Hippie Gypsy. Spies. Yeah, well, they've expelled embassy staff, Russian embassy staff, spies. Will hostilities break out? Well, there's going to be a need for strength and unity and patience. Old rivalries resurfacing. At the moment, things are holding steady, but they're still on shaky ground. But there is hope that things will subside, that things will settle down. Okay, my darlings. I'm going to wrap it up, but as promised, Whitney, Baba, come here. Come to Mama. Whitney, come to Mama. Come here. Come to Mama. Yes, you are wanted. I have calls. I have calls for Whitney. I have calls for people wanting to see Whitby. Say hello, Bubba. Say hello. Yeah, say hello. Hello, Whitby. Say, Whitby, look here. Look, 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 look. Look, look, look. Look there, Whitby. Everyone wants to see Whitby. I know you're not interested. You just want treats. Come here, Bubba boy. Come here. Come here with me. Sit. Be a gentleman. Good boy. There you go. There's Whitby. Yeah, he's a good little boy. So what I think I'll do is I'll wrap up. I'm going to grab some oracle cards. Then we'll see what message Spirit has. Animal tarot cards. Let's have a look here. What message do they have? Let's have a look. We'll draw 3 cards. Look at this. Haven't used these in ages. Nah. The moon and the links. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. Five of Spring, the ram. 5 of Spring is wands, I think. Spring is wands. Well, we'll just take what it said. I think that's wands. The ram. Occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. These are the Animal Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I know there's been the last few years there's been a bit of scandal around Doreen Virtue and all that because she turned her back on the tarot and this form of spirituality, and joined a church and became a Christian. That's her right. And I feel that she believed what she meant, what she said, and believed what she said when these cards were created. So, and so take them as being true of what she meant and believed at the time they created them. Don't worry about what she's doing now. Yeah. It doesn't make them any less, no. 3 of Spring. 3 of Wands. The sea turtle. They are lovely cards. Stop to take time and review and make long-term plans capitalizing upon your past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. So there you go. Hi, Michelle Peterson. I've been on an hour and a half this morning. I'm cutting it a little bit short because I was on earlier with Sheila from Inquisitive Tarot. And, yeah, so if you go and check out Sheila's channel, and I put a link to her channel on the description box for this live. Hi, Michelle Mabel. And you can go and check out her channel. And also, if you go back to the comments, you'll see where I put the link for the video, for the live I did with her this morning. Okay, I'm going to go now. So thank you, everyone, for joining me and for showing me your love and support. I'm honestly humbled by it. It blows me away. And your belief in me is just so humbling. And please, everyone, stay safe, stay strong, stay loving. Okay? Love you very much. And I will see you. I'll be back again Thursday my usual. But one of the reasons I stopped doing Tuesday night is I want to try and get a couple of videos out every week too. So keep an eye out for them. Bye-bye. And stay healthy.